Hello, welcome to this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona. And hopefully today with our bets and your bets, it's going to be another profitable day for you. Friday, January 30th, so we only got a couple days left this month. No football this weekend, so it's going to be heavily basketball focused for us. And we do got a few NBA games going on today as well as some college. So let's hop right into this sucker. Let's get some winners here for you guys. We're going to start off 4:30 out here in Phoenix, 6:30 Eastern Time, Ohio State, Penn State. This line has moved about 1.5 points. So right now, currently, a lot of books, 150 total in this one. Penn State, it's basically been the tale of two halves. Good on the road. Good at home, not so much on the road. Ohio State's kind of been similar. As the SEC keeps racking up wins, these are two of the teams we're looking at. If one of them gets hot, maybe they get into the tournament, has a good month of February, has a decent March, stuff like that. Both teams still possible there. Penn State, laying the 4. We did get this at 2.5 last night, but we play an alternate line here. I do still like Penn State. Penn State minus 1.5 first half and 2.5 for the game. Next game up that we are on is there, like I said, a boatload of games. Not a bunch of top 25 matchups, but boatload of games. A lot of those were last night for the SEC on Wednesday. Illinois, Nebraska, 8:30 Eastern Time. Illinois going to Nebraska. Now, Nebraska has hit a major skid here over the last few weeks, especially total Illinois favored by 3.5 on the road, 152.5. If this thing was like 2 months ago, we'd have played Nebraska. At home, they've been pretty solid, but the way they've played lately, they can't keep up with anybody. So give us Illinois here in this spot, -2 in the first half and -3.5 for the game. Next game up that we are on, UMKC at Denver. UMKC has got an offense that can't put up 100 points in a night. Denver has trouble scoring. UMKC favored by 4 on the road here. The line was 4.5 earlier. We actually liked it at 4.5 quite a bit. I thought as long as it stayed under 5, we were in good shape. So give us UMKC -2.5 first half and -4.5 for the game. A little bit later games we get into. There's definitely 2 of them that were on 10:30 Eastern Time. Oregon travels to UCLA. UCLA is not ranked, but they've had some really good quality wins. Oregon on the road has been a struggle as well. It's one of those teams, again, they're really tough at home. On the road, haven't been as much. UCLA, this line has moved a little bit as well. 4.5 is where it currently is. We got it at 4.5, and I thought it was a good deal there as well. But give us UCLA -2.5 first half and -4.5 for the game. Last game up, Grand Canyon and Seattle. This line bounced around a little bit. It was 12. It's back down to 10.5. It was 10.5 at a couple books last night when we got that. Now it's back down to 10.5 at most books. They're hosting Seattle here. Grand Canyon. This is a team to watch out for if they can make the tournament. They're going to obviously have to win the conference tournament, I think, to get home, but should be in good shape there. Grand Canyon -5.5 first half and -10.5 for the game. Now let's get into the NBA side of things, as those are all the college games that we're on. There are a whopping, 4 do we got? 4 or 5 games here today? Not too many. Let's see. 1, 3, 4, 5 games total in the NBA today. So like I said, not a lot, but more than enough for us. Let's get started. Cavs and Hawks. Cavs coming off back-to-back. Big win last night. They're at home again, favored by 10 here. Jalen Johnson went out for the season now with the Hawks, so Dyson Daniels is going to have to step up to take his place a little bit more. And one less scorer for the Hawks. For a team that needs a lot of scoring, that's kind of an issue. Cavs, basically between them and the Thunder for the best team in the NBA so far this season. Thunder take a loss last night after having a lead through 3 quarters. And SGA goes off for 52. You can kind of tell, they're struggling finding alternate scores. The one thing the Cavs do not struggle in is they have multiple ways to score. Mobley and Jared Allen inside. You've got Garland and Mitchell outside. You've got Strus and Wade and Caris LeVert and got other guys that can hit threes and get balls in the basket. But we really like the Cavs in this spot. Even though coming off the back-to-back, Don't see that slowing them down against the Hawks here, and the Hawks beat up a little bit. So Cavs, minus 2.5 first quarter, minus 5.5 first half, and minus 10 for the game. Cavs over 123.5 team total. Evan Mobley, 17-plus points. Dyson Daniels for the Hawks, 14-plus points. Darius Garland, 7-plus assists. You're going to see him at 8 at a lot of spots, so you're going to have to take an alternate number. It wasn't too juicy earlier on Bet365, but well worth the take at 7. It does make a difference for him in 7 and 8, especially in a blowout game if he's not going to play a lot in the fourth quarter. Next game up, Lakers, Wizards. This line has taken off since last night. It was 6.5 last night, now up to 8.5. And this one, just because the Wizards are just, between the Wizards, the Nets, and you throw the Hornets in there when they don't have LaMelo Ball, it's a question of who plays the worst. The Wizards have been an absolute struggle fest scoring-wise. We expect the Lakers to score. They haven't played as much defense lately as they barely got a win earlier this week on the road. But we like the Lakers here laying the 6.5. So maybe alternate line if you're looking there. Lakers minus 2 first quarter, 3.5 first half, and 6.5 for the game. Wizards under 109.5 team total. We're going Jordan Poole under again, as he's been nothing but an ATM for us lately on the under. Jordan Poole under 21.5 points. Jordan Poole under 3.5 threes made. Make sure you keep an eye out on that. There's 2.5 in a lot of spots on that one. So I wouldn't play under 2.5 necessarily, but love the under 3.5. Reeves, 20-plus points, as it looks like AD is going to be out again, so LeBron's going to need a wingman. Reeves, 3+ threes and 4+ threes. Next game up, Rockets, Grizzlies in Memphis. Rockets come off, a couple big wins on the road. They beat the Celtics, obviously, late in that game. Then they had a makeup game with the Hawks. They win that one. Now they got the Grizzlies on the road. Grizzlies are a hard team for us to figure out. The scoring comes from different pockets every night. There's not a lot of consistency there. Every time we pick Morant, he seems to go well under. Jaren Jackson's been about the most consistent thing scoring-wise. He seems to put up his 20-plus regardless of what's going on. Jalen Green's been a little hit and miss. He had 4 or 5 games in a row where he's fantastic. Then all of a sudden during the Celtics, he didn't shoot much. Then against the Hawks, he scored enough points but didn't hit anything from 3. We think we get a little shooting progression from there. So give us the Rockets in this one plus the points. We like the Rockets in this underdog role. So Rockets plus 1.5 first quarter, 2.5 first half, 4.5 for the game. Jalen Green, 23-plus points. We're also going to sprinkle a little bit on Jalen Green, 30-plus points. As the Memphis gives up a lot of points. Normally their games go over on that one there. Jalen Green, 3+ threes, 4+ threes, 5+ threes. Give me Van Vliet for 6+ assists. He doesn't miss that number very often and missed it against the Celtics. And Jaren Jackson, 22+ points in that one. Next game up, Timberwolves and the Jazz. In this one here, T-Wolves on the road, 7-point favorite. T-Wolves coming off a win against the Suns. Anthony Edwards has been struggling a little bit from 3 the last 3 to 4 games. He's still putting up points as he's going to the basket a little bit more in this one here. Jazz, obviously, are one of those teams that are not great, but they continually have to play, right? So just a few player props for us in this one. Colin Sexton, 19+ points. Ant-Man, 4+ threes and 5+ threes in that one. Then we'll move to the late game of the night. We've got it at 10:10 Eastern Time. Magic on the road at Portland. Magic 5.5-point favorite, 212.5 total roughly in that one. Just player props for us as the Magic are kind of getting their feet back wet again with Suggs, Wagner, and Banchero playing. And the Portland Trailblazers, if they make threes, they stay in games. If they don't, they get blown out. So Banchero, 23+ points. Anthony Simons, under 19.5 points, under 3.5 threes, and 3+ turnovers. And then Avita for the Trailblazers, over 27.5 par. He has been a scoring and rebound machine for them over the last few weeks. So trying to take advantage of this number at 27.5 while it still sits below 30. All right, so we just went through a ton of bets. How do we get a chance to take a look at all those bets? No problem at all. We've got them posted in multiple spots online. TikTok, YouTube, channel pages as well at the end of every episode on YouTube. to a link to our Google Sheets. It's docs.google.com/spreadsheet, bunch of other stuff behind it. Click on that link. Once you do, go to the basketball 2024-2025 tab, and then scroll down to January 29th. I'm sorry, I should say 30th. That wasn't very sharp there. January 30th. You'll be able to see all of our bets, what juice we got those at, how many units we wagered, what book we placed them at, and then obviously the results once everything's all finished up and wrapped up for you. If you like the content that you're seeing here, we'd love to see some more. We'd like to have you along for the ride, no question about it. All you have to do is hit follow or subscribe, depending on the social media platform you're watching us on, and we will show up in your follower subscriptions tab when we drop a new episode of Bets, or make life simple for yourself. Turn on the notifications for that social media platform. You'll get a notification sent to your phone or device to let you know Sports Bets for Free has dropped a new episode of Bets, which will give you plenty of time to match those up with your bets and give you that ton of confidence you need heading to the betting app or betting window. Also, private Discord channel available for all of you out there. It is a few bucks a month. You can get all these bets that we put out for the public, and we haven't been putting out an episode per day like before, so it's been every couple days. But Discord is getting to action every day, so if you'd like to be a part of that, get those bets well ahead of time before the public does. See which, talk to a lot of other people in the same community that might have questions or what we think of this ticket or that ticket. It's a great place to be. All you have to do is subscribe to us through TikTok at Sports Bets for Free. Once you do, we will send you the Discord invite. Once you hit that Discord, then you get accepted in the Discord, and you'll be able to chat away, ask questions, show us your tickets, see of all of our bets as well, and get these before the betting public gets them as well. We do appreciate everybody's support as always, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode.